So today is
Sort of.
Thursday. We
It
usually do
is.
it on
Yeah,
that's
Friday.
right.
We
Yeah,
forgot to
good
mention
point.
that.
Yeah.
It is Thursday.
But Drew and Hudson, we're speaking of fishing.
Speaking.
They are going on a camping trip, and Drew, not so much the outdoorsman, but he's doing it with a friend from the baseball team, the Mustangs, as we've talked about. If you guys listen to the fun part of our podcasts, and so they're going camping along in Iowa. Iowa's not too far away from here.
by the Turkey River, which it'll be like, I think it's about 2 hours.
Northwest Iowa.
2 hours away.
Decorah, I think, not far from Decorah.
I like fishing. I like kayaking. I like camping. Drew doesn't so much.
Well, he likes
but he's
kind of everything, but which most of us do is like everything.
Sleeping.
The fire, but the sleeping part is just kind of like tough.
I have a cot for him.
Okay.
So
well, that'll be
and
nice.
it's nicer. It's like a camping cot.
Okay.
It's nicer than the cots. That he said to me, it's going to be a real small cot. So I was like, it's bigger than you think. So I'm going to sleep on the floor, on the ground, because I don't mind. So anyway.
So they're going to be gone. So that's why we're doing this on Thursday.
Yeah.
We usually do our check-in on Thursdays. And so we did that, but we sometimes get some people that don't report until
Friday afternoon
or Thursday evening.
Yeah,
so
sure.
these numbers are a little bit.
So watch
Whatever,
Mom's
but
Facebook page
for
updates that
Yeah,
might
right.
come in
We do
tomorrow
update
because they
those.
always post who gets jobs, stuff like
auditions.
that.
Yep.
And it's,
So anyway, with the numbers that we have since as of Thursday early afternoon, we had 36 warm responses, 7 auditions, and currently 4 jobs reported. And that, again, it is the ladies. It is Lauren Gobus. She actually signed or is doing a book, an audio book.
Audiobook, yeah.
nice.
Yep. And then Lanessa Tremblett,
2.
Kimberly Young, and Jennifer Keister.
Wow.
And that's Kimberly's first. It might be
Correct.
Lanessa's too, first job with us, or did she
Maybe.
get something else?
Maybe. She's been with us for a while. I can't remember.
I don't
Right
recall.
off the top of my head.
I thought Todd Haskell had a job, or was that just some auditions?
I think
may have
it was an audition. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I
Okay.
saw that.
And Bill got an audition, and a few
Yep.
others, obviously, because you had 7 auditions.
Yes. Yep. A couple more. Yep.
Okay.
And we're
Let's
waiting
start
on
with the
those.
first
So
thing I didn't get.
yeah, it's been a busy afternoon getting some
And
things going. So
And I had a job
okay.
this week, but I think you guys posted it back when they got a hold of
Yes.
me. It was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they set up a session, which I'll talk about.
Because they basically confirmed that you got the job along with a couple other people in our group, and it took a little bit longer because they wanted to do a live session, which you're going to talk about.
Oh, I'm going to talk about
But
No, that's not your. Go ahead. Sorry.
But we posted it upon the hearing about them kind of doing the job. So some of them haven't
So it
got
was posted already, but I did it this week.
and that's not your first live.
That's not.
one, but there are some firsts in it, right?
There are. So I'll go over mine and then I'll unpackage that for you
nice.
guys, since I'm a great storyteller. I had 9 warm responses this week. I had a new client, which it's supposed to be. That's the session I did. That's the one new client. It's in the $300 range. I don't know exactly. I'd have to look back. So I just put down $300. Could be more. Could be less. Anyway,
Well, it's not going to be less than 300,
No,
probably.
it shouldn't be,
Because
no.
weren't they doing it by the hour, and you were on there a little over 3 hours? You're
hours,
just
yep.
wondering if they're going to give you an extra $100 for the 4th hour.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So- Anyway, so then, so I'll talk about that a little bit. So it was a first for me. The other 2 sessions that I've done with clients have been about a half hour. And so that was very different. I mean, it was a full 3 hours and a little bit. And it was a video game. So I was a video game character. And I've never done that before. So the guys on there were really, really nice to talk to, and they, ran me through it and what they wanted and stuff like that. So we went through it, and never been a part of a video game, never done that before. And I'll admit I was a little bit nervous right away because the voiceover stuff that I normally do is you have to get into character, obviously, but this was a little bit different character. This was doing some hi-yahs and battle cries and all sorts of different things. So probably about halfway through, I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to lose all my inhibitions. I'm just going to go for it. And so that's just doing that was kind of nice. Gets you exposed to that, and it was fun. it was fun to do it, and they were, like I said, they were real great to do it with. So anyway, that was my first.
It was a Source Connect.
Source
and
Connect,
you used
yeah.
my studio because
I
I,
sure
have
did.
Source Connect, and so you were down there for 3 hours, which it worked out just fine because I wasn't too busy. But you're a type of a person that around the house you're singing and doing character voices and different things like that. But it's just harder when you have directors
Yeah.
there and you're trying to do something that's kind of new.
Yeah, it is. So I just decided that I was going to do that. So anyway, I did get 2 jobs this week. So that was one of them. That was a new client. And then I got a job from a client I've been working with for $100. Had a job on Fiverr for $60. And then I had some revisions from another client that's done revisions 2 or 3 times. They've come back and said, well, sorry about this, but the client wants more revision. I'm like, hey, you know what? If you pay me for it,
Who
keep
cares?
bringing them.
Yeah.
Keep bringing them. So anyway, I did a grand total of $640 this week.
Good for you.
So $640.
In my mind, I keep thinking, I keep having a figure in my mind for Hudson, and that's $100 a day. If I can just see him make $100 a day, I know that's not, it's $25,000 a year, a little bit more, but that's a good shooting point for this year. And I know you'd like to make more, but you will as you continue to plod along.
Oh, and I also have the opportunity for another job. I don't know exactly what the price will be, but he asked me for a sample, and I got it off within 5 minutes, and he said, this is perfect. I'll let you know what the client says.
Nice.
So that's out there too. So more to come.
Yeah. I had a few warm replies. One came in today, and it was the guy liked my voice and said, I'd really like to work with you on this. It's a 2-minute video. And I sent him some information back a few minutes later. He's from Spain, and that would be my first client from Spain. Now, I might have clients from Spain on Fiverr.
Fiverr, sure, but
But
direct
I'm
email.
talking about direct email marketing. So that'd be kind of fun. And so my platforms weren't huge again, but it's Thursday. I'm about right on track. I try to make about $6,000 a week. Platforms, $947. So, Johnny, we're down a little bit.
Yeah.
Fiverr. But that's the way it is right now. Direct email marketing, $3,853.50 for a grand total of $4,800.50. $4,800.50 on a Thursday. So if I can make $1,200 tomorrow, I'll be right at $6,000.
Or the rest of the day.
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
You still
that's
got
right.
some
I do have
time.
a couple of jobs
Yeah.
that I have to do. I don't know what the prices are exactly, but yeah, that's all I've got.
Anything else? Any words of encouragement? Any
Just
advice?
glad to have Johnny back
Yeah.
on the couch, and we're gonna do the fun part a little bit later on in the
When
weekend.
Drew and I get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing more action for different people, and that's great to see. Different types of people
Yeah.
in our group on VOMP. Joe's been busy with different things, and a lot of
Andy
warm
sent out
response.
a ton of emails.
Yes, I won't get
1,200.
over 12. Yeah, around 1,200 emails again this week, and we're just going to keep on. That's like we've said, beating the bushes, if you will, for getting our roster up and going more and more. To hopefully be for some of these production companies, have them be the one-stop shop for us because we have great talent down
Yes.
there.
Yes, we do.
And also, just like I said, we're getting more warm responses, more audition opportunities, and it's not just the people that are paying more per month because we have different programs and things like that, but especially those that are sticking with us. And I say that all the time, but it's just good to see that the long haul is working for those people, and it's also working for those who long haul and maybe aren't paying as much. And so we like to see success no matter what they're paying, but we're busy with those things and working hard to get work for you all. So
I was just going to mention one thing that I did this week that you mentioned to me about doing with my direct email marketing is I'm sending out emails regularly to the database, but it had been a little while since I had gotten a hold of my warm responses. So I took the list that I have that I've accrued over the last year and a half, and I decided to kind of give them just an update, ask them if they had my latest demos, got in front of them again, and if they hadn't, that I could send them a downloadable WAV or MP3 format. So I sent out to half of them. I'll probably wait another 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, and then get in front of the other half.
Any replies?
I
Yeah.
have gotten a couple replies, maybe 7 or 8 out of the 130 that I sent out.
It's not bad.
But they weren't jobs. They
No,
just
no, no,
were,
but that's stay on their
thanks,
radar.
we're keeping you in mind, and we'll be
Yeah.
sure to get a hold of you. So
To piggyback off that, what time
you're good.
we're good.
Keep going.
I will just say that I did that for one of the people that I work with in our personal assistant program. I just went through kind of each email response back that we've received a warm reply, and in the past few months, and just kind of sent a more specific email for each of those people that there was one that mentioned that they had a job coming up, and to let them know, or to kind of follow back up with them. And I did that. And so they said, well, it's been pushed back. The job's been pushed back to like October or something like that. And so I just let the person that I'm working with know that I put a calendar reminder on my own to then get a hold of that person the beginning of October, because the person suggested following up again in October. And I guess, like Hudson said, is maybe just for those that are in our group, we handle warm responses for some people, but those who we don't, go through those, and you might feel like you're being a nag, but you aren't, because they forget.
Yeah, exactly.
But especially
And so-
the ones that maybe
Yes.
had something in the
Yep.
works.
So-
that was maybe a hotter lead.
Yep, exactly. That's
As
what
it
I
were.
did, and I think that's it's just a good practice to get in, and that helps keep top of mind, because they just forget, or they forget.
Yeah.
They remember. They kind of remembered, but they don't remember exactly who that person was. And
Well, and it's good
so
to
that-
get in front again, because there are people out there that aren't part of VOMP that are doing
Yes.
direct email marketing. So if, let's say, that person hit them right at the right time,
Yep.
they might be so busy that they forgot about you. Well, then that person gets it.
Yep.
So you'd rather be a nag and get the job in one sense, or think you're a nag and get the job,
Yep.
than sit on the sidelines and think, I don't know if I should. Has it been exactly 3 months?
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I tell you, I mean, so much of it has to do with if you want to work and if you want to be in business, you don't want to bug people. I understand that. But you don't want to be bashful. I'll use 3 Bs. You don't want to bug people, but you certainly don't want to be bashful. You need to be bold, because most of us don't. Most of us think we're going to bug people, and so we err to the. And I'm like that too. I err to the side of being bashful.
Sure.
But what I need to be is bold. And I was desperate. I wanted this to work back 10, 12 years ago when I started out. And I didn't really care. I told you that story, that some people they would have hired me just 2 weeks before for a 4-minute video or something. I'd get right back with them. Hey, Paul, you have anything more for me? Anything coming up? I'd do that. I might have erred on the side of bugging them, but I just had a few clients that I needed to get work from, and so they'd say, "Well, I might have something," or "Yeah, I guess I can send something your way." It's just like, again, I don't want to bug people, but I think we have a tendency, because of who we are, we don't want to bug people, so we err toward being bashful, and what
Yep.
we need to err is toward being bold, and
Yep.
that's what you guys are saying you did
Yep.
for your one personal assistant, and you did, and kudos to that. I think that people should do that.
Yep.
All right. There's our numbers for this week.